Welcome to this week's video. Over the last few episodes we've removed our Saildrive and changed our 35-year-old Saildrive diaphragm, as well as find a major blockage in our cooling system. This week we restore our rusty Saildrive clamp ring and put the Saildrive back in the pouring rain. Okay, so this is the ring that holds the diaphragm in place. It's a clamp ring. It's really rusty, so I'm going to clean it up today. These, if you were to buy one new, cost about £379 because I've checked online. So we're not getting a new one, but this will clean up quite nicely. I've actually already made a start of cleaning it up, and I wish I'd have taken a photograph before because it was a lot worse than this. But we've got a wire brush and some WD-40 screwdriver for the stubborn bits and some sandpaper, and then I have some rust converter which I'm going to stick on, and then I'm going to paint it white with this metal paint so it should look nice and fresh. Okay, so that's all cleaned up now. It's looking a lot better. So now I'm going to put this rust converter treatment on. So I don't have a suitable container, so I'm using a bag. So I'm just going to pour some in here. Don't know how much I'll need. And then just gonna paint it on. So apparently this is supposed to stabilize the surface of the rust and add a protective barrier against oxygen, moisture, salts. Once it's on, supposed to leave it for a few hours and it should change colour, and then it's ready for paint. So it also acts as a primer as well, so you don't need to put any additional primers on it. I'm trying to work quite tidily because we are on the caravan site and everyone else is enjoying their holidays, and I'm turning it into a boatyard. Right, so that's done. So I'll come back in 3 hours. Okay, so it's dry and we're now ready to paint. I'm really impressed with that rust converter. It's done a good job. It's taken all the rust off it and it's got a nice smooth finish. So I'm now painting it with this metal paint. And I was looking for a grey, but I couldn't find grey, so we're gonna go for white. Probably need a few coats. So it's all painted up now and it's had about 4 coats of paint and it is looking a lot fresher. Look at that. Probably going to give it one last coat tomorrow when I get back down to the yard, and yeah, then it's ready to put back on. Good morning again, and what lovely weather it is this morning. We've got torrential rain forecast all day, and today we are heading back to the boatyard. I'm going to be working with James again today, and we are putting the Saildrive back in, so hopefully that goes well. So we're here and the weather is still shite, so I'm off to get my big coat. We've got another cruise ship in today, the Silver Dawn. We get quite a lot of them in summer. So while I'm waiting for other James, that's James the expert, I've put on a little bit of a spread for him. I thought he must be absolutely famished coming out in this weather, poor lad. So I've got a little bit of a selection here for him. These are to die for. So these are actually all the nuts and bolts from the Saildrive, and I spent a bit of time yesterday with some WD-40 and a wire brush cleaning them all up. And I think they look really nice. This here is the old Seacock, this bit here. It's original Volvo Penta, and it is in really good condition. So we were planning on putting a new Seacock on the Saildrive, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with the one that we've got, and it is a genuine original Volvo one. So it's really strong, really robust, and it's a lot better than a lot of the cheaper ones you can buy online now. So I wouldn't want to swap it for one of them. The other option is to buy a new genuine Volvo one, but they're really expensive. They're about 200 quid, and we'd have to wait for it coming, and then it would be exactly the same as what we've got. So it's a little bit of a waste of money. So we've serviced this one, and we're gonna stick this one back on. So on to today's jobs. The job of the day is to put the Saildrive back in. And the first thing that we've got to do is just nip up the bolts underneath on the Saildrive, and we've just got some wire that we have to tie on, 2 of them. I'll show you when we actually get to it. And then we need to fill it full of oil, and then I believe it's ready to kind of put back in position, and then we've got all the bolts to put back in, and then the engine to pull forward. I'm hoping we're going to get to that bit today, but we are waiting on an engine mount as one of ours had broken. I'm not sure whether that's going to arrive today, but we'll see. Let's just see how we get on. I've cleaned up the hole where the Saildrive sits the best I can. That's looking a lot fresher than it was the other day. And I don't know whether I told you the other day, but we've got a broken engine mount, which is here. So this is the one that the Saildrive sits on at the back. So it goes here and supports the back of the Saildrive. So it's broken here at the top, so we've got a new one that's now arrived, so we're going to stick that on as well. So we've just put the Seacock back in, and we've just used a bit of this thread tight thing. Which way? Do you want me to push it forward? Line of the hole. Yeah. Is that alright? So the Saildrive is back in, and we've started putting the bolts back in. We just now need to torque them up to the correct torque, because in the instructions it tells you there need to be, certain ones need to be 40 Newton meters and some need to be 20.
On the spline again. So
right, so what am I doing then?
We're just sliding it forward bit by bit. We can.
Just let me get a grab on it. Yeah.
Right, gonna push it up. Oh, that's caught on something.
Is it?
There we go. Try that.
That's it.
Oh, bloody hell.
What's up?
Almost in.
How is it?
Alright, try again.
Bit more?
Yeah.
Seems to be stuck on something.
Yeah. Right, try straight forward there.
Back towards
Yeah,
you.
towards me. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Right, let me just get a couple of bolts in, make it safe.
So all the bolts and the engine mounts are now back in. So we're now ready to fill with fuel. And then we've got to put the coolant hose back on, and the fuel hose and the exhaust elbow. And then we can move back down underneath the boat to start doing the propeller. This is the third and final part of our Saildrive videos. If you want to catch the first one, I'll leave a link just here. Next episode, I get a little stressed with all this boat stuff and have to break out of the yard for a little trip up to Amble. We also tackle our rusty keel and our horrifically embarrassing anti-foul. Anyway, that's it for this week's video. So thanks so much for watching, and as usual, if you've liked the video or you found it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.